Okay, in honor of the Thomas and Friends 80th anniversary, I present to you all of my Thomas the Tank Engine custom models. Specifically just Thomas. It's just Thomas. So here we have the 75th anniversary, Diamond Thomas, which I actually really like this model. It's really good, even though it is the Trackmaster push along. I don't care. Look closely at the wheels here. There's little sparkles in it. It's got the 75th logo on it. It's very diamondy. One of my favorite Thomas models. Of, like, all time. Besides the Railway Series Play-Rail Thomas that just came out. Okay, enough about you. Let's get into it. Here is the first custom of the fleet, my RWS Thomas Wooden Railway Thomas. He has been updated from when you last saw him. I gave him a number 1, redid his lining, added an open cab, and completely repainted him. Gave him a puff pink gold whistle, since the old one fell off, and gave him better lining, and I added buffers in the back. Same number 1 lining on the other side. Overall, definitely one of my favorites, since it is the first RWS model I made. Alright, on to the next one. Here is my Trackmaster Railway Series Thomas custom. I used a Bachmann shell, hand painted it blue. Yes, I hand paint all of my models. I didn't realize this, but I accidentally snipped off the ends of the side rods on the Bachmann, the Trackmaster side rods, but you know what? It's fine. He also doesn't really run well on wooden railway track. But he wanted to run today. Okay. I see how it is. You get in front of a camera, Thomas, and you just stop being shy. And, hand painted the side rods, hand painted everything, added the handrails, and you'll know it's the Bachmann Thomas chassis from old shorts. Not chassis, shell, because it has the, whistle. And yes, I know the coupling is weird. Anyway, love this model so much. I'm very proud of how he turned out. And on to the next one we go. Here we have, like, the weird take and play thing that Mattel made, where they tried to revive the Ertl brand. Gave him lining. He was actually the Adventure Begins Thomas, but I just made him blue. I definitely added a ton of weathering to this one, since he's the first model to be weathered. Lining and number 1, same, yada yada yada. He does have a whistle, though, on the top there. And he is the first of the fleet to have a Railway Series hand-painted face. And is the first of the fleet to have a, like, copper or brass funnel top. Here is the first HO scale custom of the fleet. I used a Hornby 040 little tank engine who looks like the E2, and I just completely repainted him. Well, he was originally blue. I just painted over the name, added like crests with his number 1 on it, because I don't want mine to have the number 1 in the middle. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. Whatever. I don't care what you say about it. It's my Thomas model. I'm making my own thing, okay? And he has a smokebox storefront rather than a Thomas face. And he does run. It's just probably because I'm using Bachmann track. Bachmann track isn't the greatest. And the controller is like 40 years old because I got this at like a train show. But whatever. It's fine. He runs anyway. When I take him over to one of my friend's house, who has model trains, we also run our engines on there at like crazy top speeds and whatnot. But he does work, and he has a puff paint whistle. Next up is a like kitty toy Thomas I made, where I just completely repainted him since he was large, I was able to make the lining extremely good on this. I'm actually really happy with how the lining turned out. And I'm going to have my grandpa saw off the steam on top so I can just pull in by string. And the eyes move. I think it was called the Storybook Thomas. I forgot though. And he has red painted side rods. He's just basically a gigantic Trackmaster Thomas, basically, at that point, with just moving eyes. Don't understand why they have to give every, like, Thomas toy moving eyes, but whatever. And there you have it. All of my RWS Thomas customs. I will be showing off the other characters, such as Gordon and those Take and Play customs I made in YouTube Shorts. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I will be working on Fredbear's as soon as I can. I work every day after school, so I don't really have a chance to work on that as much as I would love to, but whatever, it's fine. I just gotta build Fredbear. I'll get to it eventually. Don't worry, I'll get to it eventually.